Right friends, welcome back to 27th week. This is a lecture part from 29th June to 5th July and let us look at the highlights. The first and the foremost is the Prime Minister inaugurates Digital India Week, which the country celebrated from 1st July to 7th July. Supreme Court says mediation in rape cases lacks legal permissibility. This assumes significance in view of the judgments given by some of the high courts. Persons accessing public distribution system doubled during the past 7 years, says the National Sample Survey Office survey of 2011-12. Government is going to spend rupees 50,000 crores in 5 years to provide irrigation facilities to all the farmlands. Har Khet Ko Pani, and SECC report, SocioEconomic Caste Census report is out, and the country has 24.39 crore households, out of which 17.91 crore households live in rural areas. Several statistics are out, but government is yet to announce the caste census. When you look at the states, death of at least 25 witnesses or accused in Vyapam Scam in Madhya Pradesh. Ruling parties became victorious in the just concluded Byelections, which includes the election of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha. If you look at the world events, Greece says firm no to the bailout package. The second important event is the AIIB Articles of Agreement was signed. 50 countries signed the Article of Agreement. Self-declared Caliphate of Islamic State completed 1 year. Public prosecutor in Egypt, Hisham Barakat, dies in bomb blast. In Indonesia, Air Force transport plane crashes, resulting in deaths of several persons. United States and Cuba resumed relations. They are going to start embassies shortly in respective countries, a landmark decision between a capitalist country and a communist country. And when it comes to economy, compliance window to come out clean as far as undisclosed foreign assets are concerned is open, and this window is open up to 30 September. Miscellaneous events, Internet Saathi, a joint initiative of Tata Trust as well as Google, and 2015 World Food Prize goes to Sir Fazle Hassan. So let us look at the events one by one. Pradhan Mantri or Prime Minister inaugurates Digital India Week on 1st July. Digital India Week was inaugurated and the function was attended by several industrialists including Mukesh Ambani, Cyrus Mistry, Kumar Mangalam Birla, Azim Premji, among others. And what is Digital India? Before going into the details, let us look at the main purpose of Digital India. The main purpose of Digital India is digital delivery of all the essential services to the citizens. All the services at the doorstep of the people by using ICT, by using information and communication technology, providing the services at the doorstep of the people. That is the main purpose of Digital India, to bridge the digital divide between urban and rural India. The other aspect is to bridge the digital divide between urban and rural India, at the same time connecting all the village panchayats with the broadband internet as well as universal phone connectivity across the country. Not only that, promoting e-governance or m-governance for transforming India into a connected knowledge economy. And this Digital India includes several programs as announced by the government like e-locker, e-sign, e-hospital, e-education, and These things are all included in the Digital India program, and we are going to have a special edition on Digital India and the challenges which are going to be faced while implementing these Digital India initiatives in this week's News Analysis and Features module. Please listen to News Analysis and Features module to learn more about Digital India. And at the same time, the Prime Minister stated that 4.5 lakh crore investments, which will result in 18 lakh jobs. The Digital India initiative of the government will result in 18 lakh job opportunities in the country. Reliance Industries stated that they are going to spend 2.5 lakh crore. Reliance Industries stated that they are going to spend 2.5 lakh crores for wireless broadband infrastructure as well as cloud across the country. And the other investments committed, Bharti Airtel committed an investment of $16 billion as well as Aditya Birla Group committed an investment of $7 billion. Right? So it's going to create a lot many job opportunities to the youth of the country, and at the same time Minister of Communications and Information Technology Ravi Shankar Prasad stated the main purpose of this Digital India Week is to transform the country from IT enabled services to IT enabled society. And Prime Minister emphasized in future it will transform from e-governance to m-governance. That means all the services are to be made available through the mobile phone, right? So please listen to News Analysis and Features if you want to know more about the challenges and the issues related to Digital India program. Look into the next issue of the week. Supreme Court says mediation in rape cases lacks legal permissibility. Before going into this, I would like to tell you few judgments of High Court in recent times. In the year 2008, Madhya Pradesh High Court reduced the punishment given to the rape accused, because of some compromise formula between the rape accused as well as the victim. Because of some compromise formula between the rape accused and the victim, Madhya Pradesh High Court in the year 2008 reduced the penalty imposed or reduced the punishment to the rape accused. In the year 2015, Madras High Court granted bail to the rape accused. So as to facilitate mediation with the victim. Madras High Court recently granted bail to the rape accused. In view of these two judgments given by various high courts across the country, Supreme Court categorically stated such type of incidences lacks legal permissibility. That means mediation in rape cases does not have legal basis or does not have legal sanctity. And Supreme Court categorically said rape cases should be dealt in a much more stringent way, and thus measures taken by various high courts do not have proper legal sanctity. And please look into the comments made by the Supreme Court in this connection. Any kind of liberal approach is a spectacular error. Dignity of a woman is a part of non-perishable and immortal self. Dignity of a woman is a part of her non-perishable and immortal self. Rape is a crime against the body of a woman, which is her own temple. An offer of mediation by the rape accused is nothing but a pressure tactic. Offer of mediation or offer of marriage by the rape accused is nothing but pressure tactic, and these observations of Supreme Court assumed significance in view of the judgment of various high courts. Look into the next one. Households using public distribution system doubles in 7 years. NSSO conducted survey in 2011-12. You may ask, what is NSSO? NSSO is National Sample Survey Office. This conducts socio-economic survey across the country. Socio-economic surveys are undertaken by National Sample Survey Office. National Sample Survey Office functions under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and as per the socio-economic survey undertook in the year 2011-12, households using public distribution system doubled in 7 years. This 46% of rural households consuming rice as well as 34% of rural households consuming wheat, they are accessing public distribution system or ration shops to get wheat as well as rice. And the interesting point is, in comparison to 2004 and 5, the population accessing ration shops almost doubled. Population accessing ration shops almost doubled in 7 years. And the persons accessing public distribution system to get food grains is increasing day by day. That means for the past 7 years, the persons accessing public distribution system or ration shops are increasing and almost doubled. That shows many people are now dependent on public distribution system to get food grains. The ration shops or public distribution system has got more presence in South India. The penetration is more in South India. If you look at states like Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, almost 90% of households are getting food grains through public distribution system. I am talking about rural areas. In rural areas, in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, almost 90% of the people are accessing food grains through public distribution system. And when it comes to Kerala and Karnataka, more than 75% of the rural households are accessing food grains through public distribution system. That means the public distribution system has taken more roots in South India in comparison to North India. That is another important observation. So, two things are evident. The public distribution system has penetrated more in South India. The second important point is, during the past 7 years, the number of households accessing public distribution system almost doubled. That shows people are dependent on public distribution system. At the same time, this assumed a lot of significance because of National Food Security Act, which came into existence in 2013, and so far only 12 states identified the beneficiaries, and central government gave time up to September for identification of beneficiaries to the states, and it shows government cannot take Food Security Act lightly. Right, friends? Look into the next one. Government plans to spend rupees 50,000 crore in 5 years to provide irrigation facility to all the farmlands. Har khet ko pani. Har khet ko pani. This is the slogan under this program, and at the same time all of you are well aware the Prime Minister of the country is talking about per drop more crop. Per drop more crop. That means to increase the yield of the agriculture, to increase the productivity in agriculture. And all of you are well aware, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana is the program to provide irrigation facilities. Please don't forget, in our country, only 40% of the area is covered under irrigation. You may ask, what is irrigation? Please look into this picture. This is irrigation. And you may ask, what is drip irrigation? Please look into this. This is drip irrigation. And Government of India wants to bring 6 lakh hectares under irrigation this year. 6 lakh hectares. And government wants to bring around 5 lakh hectares under drip irrigation facility. These important decisions were taken during current year. 6 lakh hectares are going to be brought under irrigation and 5 lakh hectares are going to be brought under drip irrigation. Another important landmark decision taken by the cabinet is Agri-Tech Infrastructure Fund will be created. ATIF, Agri-Tech Infrastructure Fund, ATIF will be created to promote national agriculture market. National agriculture market. In the country, government's idea is to provide one agriculture market across the country with online auctions, only single point entry through online auctions, and government's main emphasis is to eliminate the middlemen and to have right price for the commodity of the farmers. And government's concept of this national agriculture market, if implemented, it will be a revolutionary step, and government took the right step in right direction. Right, friends? So, irrigation facilities, please look into this picture, as well as this drip irrigation. Drip irrigation means through pipes, water will be given to the roots of the plants, because of which the wastage of water will be minimized. That is the advantage of drip irrigation. Though it is costly, though initial expenditure is more, but ultimately the advantage is because of drip irrigation, wastage will be minimized. Look into the next one. Total households in the country 24.39 crores, and out of which 17.91 crore in rural areas. The census were done, socio-economic caste census were done in the year 2011 in 640 districts of the country. At that time there were 640 districts. I think at present there are around 676 districts. This caste census, socio-economic caste census, were done in the year 2011 in all the 640 districts at that time, and as per the socio-economic caste census, 17.91 crore households are living in rural areas. In India, 17.91 crore households are living in rural areas, and first time caste census were taken after 1932, and the details of the caste census are yet to be announced by the government. And regarding the socio-economic census, we are going to discuss in detail next week news analysis, that is news analysis for 28th week. And meanwhile, I would like to tell you few points which have a lot of significance. Look at this point. 13.3% of rural households live in one room house with kacha walls. 13.3%, around 2.3 crore. 13.3% means around 2.3 crore houses are kacha or with one room. Second important point is 21.5% are Dalits and tribal families in rural areas. 30% are landless labor with major income from manual labor. Please look into these two important points. In 75% households, the monthly income of highest earning member of the family is less than rupees 5,000. In 75% of households, the monthly income of highest earning family member is less than rupees 5,000. Similarly, in 92% of the families, the monthly income of the highest earning member of the family is less than rupees 10,000. After analyzing these figures, it appears that there is a case for continuing various social security programs like Mahatma Gandhi Narega, National Food Security Act, and other social security programs, because the rural incomes are not up to the mark, because 75% of the families, the highest earning member earns less than rupees 5,000. It shows the distress in rural areas. Right, friends? We discuss in detail next week a news analysis and features of 28th week with regard to socio-economic caste census in detail. Across the states, Vyapam scam, death of at least 25 witnesses or accused, raises several questions. What is Vyapam scam? What is Vyapam? Vyapam is Vyavasayik Pariksha Mandal or Madhya Pradesh Professional Examination Board or MPPEB. It conducts examination for admission to government institutions as well as to various jobs. The alleged scam broke out in the year 2008. Subsequently, government gave this to investigate to special task force. That means special task force was convened by Madhya Pradesh government to look into the allegations, and subsequently Madhya Pradesh High Court set up a special investigation team, SIT, to look into the progress of the scam. The scam is all about irregularities in the examinations to government institutions as well as irregularities in the examinations for selections, and there were allegations that impersonation of candidates was there, manipulation of seating arrangements was there, false mark sheets were given, fudged answer sheets were given. So, because of these irregularities, a special task force was investigating, and important aspect here is, during the past several years, at least 25 persons died under mysterious circumstances, and 25 persons died or one way or the other connected with the scam. And finally, Supreme Court decided to hand over the prop to CBI. This we will discuss next week. Right friends, Vyapam scam is rarest of its kind in the country. Right friends, by-elections, ruling parties hold sway. I would like to tell few things about this. In 5 states, elections were held to 6 assembly constituencies. No major surprises. Ruling parties won the elections. I would like to tell you few things. In Tamil Nadu, J. Jayalalitha, the Chief Minister, recorded a margin of more than 1.5 lakh votes, but the main parties abstained from contesting the seat. In Madhya Pradesh, BJP retained the seat, but with much lesser margin. The margin came down from 25,000 to 12,000. Kerala, Congress retained the seat in Arvikara, and here the point is BJP is in 3rd position. Surprise thing is happened in Tripura. Tripura has got surprise. CPIM candidate won as usual with huge margin, but Bharatiya Janata Party stood in the 2nd position in Tripura, replacing Indian National Congress. That is the surprise here, right? Look into the next issue around the world. Greece votes decisive no for bailout terms. We have discussed about Greece crisis last week in news analysis and features. Here the point is bailout package. All of you are well aware, Greece is into debt crisis since 2008, and the debts of Greece mounted like anything, and the Troika, that is European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund and European Commission, they are ready to bail out. That means by giving more money, they are ready, but they want stringent conditions. The stringent conditions are increase taxes, reduce subsidies. 2 main points I am just telling you. Increase taxes, reduce subsidies. These are the terms and conditions for giving more assistance to Greece by the Troika. Troika is European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund as well as European Commission. And the country has gone to referendum. Alexis Tsipras government, Syriza party headed by Alexis Tsipras came to power this year purely on the plank of anti-austerity measures. What is anti-austerity measures? Austerity measures are imposed by the lenders, because of which unemployment rate increased. The economy shrunk by around 25%, and under these circumstances, the government of Greece has gone for referendum, and in the referendum, 61% of the people said, let us not agree for the terms and conditions imposed by the Troika. Let us not agree to the terms and conditions let us not agree to the austerity measures imposed by Troika because we have already suffered, we are suffering for the past several years. Let us not agree. That is the message given by the referendum. 61% of the people said no and 39% said yes. Let us see what will happen in months to come. Look into the next issue. 50 countries signed articles of AIIB. AIIB is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and 50 countries signed articles of agreement. 57 countries agreed to be the founding members. 50 countries signed on the first day. Australia is the first country to sign. This is international financial institution. And you may ask, what are the other international financial institutions? World Bank, dominated by United States of America. Asian Development Bank, established in the year 1966, dominated by Japan. Now another international financial institution was born, that is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The main problem with international finance institutions like World Bank and Asian Development Bank is they are dominated by United States of America as well as Japan, and they impose several conditions when loans are given to developing countries. Let us see how AIIB will function. And if you look into the shareholding, please look into it. The shareholding of China is 30.34%. Second largest is India with 8.52%. Russia is 6.66%. And the voting shares, voting is based on size of economy. China will have 26.06%, India 7.5%, Russia 5.92%. So this is voting share, and the initial capital will be $100 billion. Initial capital will be $100 billion. Some of the friendly countries of United States of America, including Australia, United Kingdom, New Zealand, signed this on the first day. Several Western powers agreed to become members of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank that is not palatable to America. Remember, America and Japan have not signed, have not agreed to be the founding members of AIIB, right? And with regard to the challenges and what are the drawbacks of this World Bank as well as Asian Development Bank, please listen to news analysis and features this week. Right friends, look into the next one. June 29th, Islamic State self-declared caliphate completes 1 year. ISIS, previously the branch of Al-Qaeda, has grown into a massive organization. It now controls around 50% of Syria as well as 30 to 35% of Iraqi territories. Islamic State declared caliphate, that is self-declared caliphate, on 29th June 2014. And US is trying to control the spread of Islamic State, but it now occupies 50% of Syria, around 30 to 30% of Iraqi territory, and it is led by Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, right? And please look into this picture, the areas which have got influence in Syria as well as Iraq, right friends? We will discuss about ISIS and their rise. What are the challenges in controlling ISIS? In news analysis, maybe within 1 or 2 weeks, right friends? Look into the next one. Egypt's public prosecutor Hisham Barakat killed in car bomb blast. Now Egypt is in trouble. In the year 2011, the strongman of Egypt, Hosni Mubarak, resigned. Subsequently, Muslim Brotherhood leader Mohammad Morsi became the president. Within 1 year, he was overthrown, and now Fatah al-Sisi is the president. Recently, severe punishments were imposed, including death penalty, on several members of Muslim Brotherhood, and Hisham Barakat is the public prosecutor, and he was killed in a bomb blast. And this assumed significance in view of several death sentences given on Muslim Brotherhood members in recent times, including Mohammad Morsi, right friends? all is not well. Several countries are in turmoil. Let us look into the next issue. Indonesian Air Force transport plane crashes, 142 died. Indonesian Air Force transport plane crashed 2 minutes after takeoff in the civilian areas. And the worrying factor is that the aircraft was carrying 122 people. Most of them were civilians. Second important point is it crashed in civilian areas. The other important aspect is this aircraft belongs to 1964. This aircraft belongs to 1964 and age-old infrastructure of military in Indonesia is the biggest cause of concern. Right, friends? Look into the next issue. After 50 years, United States and Cuba, a capitalist country, communist country, decided to re-establish ties. Mr. Barack Obama, after his Obamacare in that country, popularly known as Obamacare, that means giving each and every citizen health insurance. Recently that was ratified by Supreme Court. Another milestone achievement between United States and Cuba, and these two countries, the relations normalized in recent times. It made possible because of Barack Obama in the United States of America and Raul Castro in Cuba. These two became presidents in the year 2008. Since then, there is an environment for normalizing relations between these two countries. And recently they decided to restart the embassies. In the year 1960, United States broke off diplomatic relations and imposed a trade embargo on Cuba. Subsequently, in the year 1961, Fidel Castro declared Cuba a communist state and he allowed the then United Soviet Socialist Republic to place their nuclear missiles in the country, and that further annoyed the relations with the United States of America. Because this country is very close to America. It is around 145 kilometers south of Florida. Right? Now, they are going to normalize relations. This is another positive aspect of the Barack Obama's presidency. Right? Look into the economy event. All of you are well aware, Black Money, Undisclosed Foreign Income and Assets Act was passed. It became an act on May 26, 2015, and as per this act is yet to be implemented. And once this act is implemented, if you have undisclosed foreign assets, then you have to pay 30% tax. 30% of value of the property as tax. In addition to that, 90% as penalty. 30% tax, 90% penalty, and imprisonment may be there up to 10 years. As per this act, 30% tax, 90% penalty, and imprisonment up to 10 years. And before implementing this act, government came out with the compliance window. Government came out with the compliance window. That means if you have undisclosed foreign assets, please come out. Please come clean. The time given is September 30. We will allow you to come out clean up to September 30. If you come out clean up to September 30, then 30% tax and 30% penalty will be imposed, no imprisonment. And if you fail to come up, then this act will come into force. Once this act comes into force, then 30% tax as well as 90% penalty will be imposed. So now the compliance window is open up to September 30. please come out. You have to pay only 30% tax as well as 30% penalty, no imprisonment. If you fail to come out, then you have to face penalties in future. Look into the next issue, Internet Saathi, initiative by Tata and Google. Tata and Google came out with a innovative plan because in rural areas, only 12% of women in rural areas know about or have access to internet. Only 12%. So as to make them illiterate, rural areas, women have to be made illiterate. So as to make them illiterate, Tata Trust as well as Google devised innovative plan. That means on bicycles, they are equipped with devices, iPads, laptops, smartphones, and these persons will go across the villages to educate rural women how to use smartphones, how to use laptops, how to use iPads. The rural woman will be educated. That is the meaning of Internet Saathi. Recently, 1000 special bicycles were equipped with this laptops, iPads as well as smartphones, and this program is called Internet Saathi, and initially this program will be kicked off from Gujarat, Rajasthan and Jharkhand, and in overall terms this program will reach 4500 villages, educating over 5 lakh rural women. This is the initiative of Tata and Google. This is Internet Saathi. Right friends, look into the last issue, 2015 World Food Prize to Sir Fazle Hasan Abid. Who is this Sir Fazle Hasan Abid? He started a voluntary organization in the year 1972. Now it is the largest non-governmental organization. It operates in 11 countries, including Bangladesh, and its founder Fazle Hasan Abid was awarded World Food Prize for the year 2015, and this World Food Prize was the initiative of Norman Borlaug, and who is associated with Green Revolution, and he got Nobel Peace Prize in the year 1970, and at the same time, please don't forget, the World Food Prize for the first time in the year 1987 was won by India's famous agricultural scientist who is also credited with the Green Revolution in the country, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan got the World Food Prize for the first time in the year 1987, and this year for the year 2015 it is Fazle Hasan Abid got World Food Prize, and his organization BRAC is the largest non-governmental organization in the world, working in Bangladesh as well as 10 other countries. Right friends, with this let us conclude lecture part. Please do join for news analysis and features. Have a nice day. Thank you.